Hello, everybody. It's been 10 seconds, so now I can cuss a little. Just a little. They're like overly Christian parents, and if you say one curse word, YouTube gets up on your ass. Which is weird, because YouTube feels very Christian-like and preachy. Which is kind of ironic. Since a lot of times they're the ones suppressing that. Unless you go actively looking for it, you won't really find it on YouTube. A lot of religions get oppressed on YouTube, I noticed. Huh. Who knew?
If you follow this heroic path, one day the Lord will see you. It cannot come a day too soon. If you follow this heroic path, it cannot come.
Cheers for that.
That madness crap is so stupid. You know, if it's gonna do the madness thing, instead of locking you in animation, it just should make your guy scream but let you move. Or you can, like, waddle around or something, so you can walk around while you're, you know, getting hit with the madness. Can't roll or anything, but you should be able to walk, to move, you know? Like if you were walking in lava in your first playthrough, or poison, where it's slow walking, but you can move. It's the locking you into animation thing that I think a lot of people have a problem with. Yeah, my serious build right here is just really powerful. I do take it out on, when I take out this build, it's pretty good. I like it. It's a little on the slower side, but I do have a faster weapon on it, so this one's a lot faster. But I like the big butcher knife. I like this thing. And then if you have a katana to switch over to, you could become Ichigo. You would have to use Black Flame with a Vacuum Slice, though, if you want to manage it. Because then you could do his signature move that way. What sword are those little machine thingies he's using anyways? I know you can get every weapon from every enemy except for like 3. Or they don't drop their weapons for some reason. I mean, from software, if you're gonna make it to where we can get the weapon of all our enemies and make sure 3 of them we can't get, it's kind of fucking bullshit, my guys. If you're gonna add in a weapon, make sure every weapon could be obtained. Because since that's a key feature of your whole shtick, not having it is kind of a letdown. Oh, look! I got lobotomized by an arrow. Just pull that out. Boop. Little boop to pull out the arrow. I was like, ow. Thank God I'm wearing bandages, I guess. That was pure fucking luck. I did not plan on that at all. I just swung. Didn't even care if I hit or not, and I managed to hit, I guess. Gotta love that. I love doing 6 damage when I roll. It's great. Makes you feel like a big boy. It also feels like my rolls aren't wasted. A lot of people be like agreeing with me, like, yep. Enjoy the fire. Okay. Black Flame, I guess, has a damage tick to it instead of a bleed tick, but Black Flame should just be the damage burning armament for fire, and bleed should just be bleed. There shouldn't be flame to it. It should be like you can now proc bleed with this weapon. That's it. Because bleed's already pretty fucking strong. And they just would have to make the bleed a little stronger, yes. Hello, Jackler. Back to my serious build while I run down this hill. It consumes a lot of FP, but it's worth it. Plus, it looks good. Look, Ma! No hands! Blood Flame shouldn't have a flame to it. It should just be a bleed proc ability like Poison Armament. There should be Bleed Armament, Poison Armament, and Black Flame should be your Flame Armament, but I think they dropped the ball. They really did. Also, I think I figured out a way to, make invasions balanced. A player cannot invite a friend 200 levels high, over 200 levels higher than them. That way, when you invade someone, you know those their teammates are going to be at least 200 levels higher, and that's it. Capped out. Because think about it, if you only can fight your friends that are 200 levels higher than you, then if you get invaded, you know that your opponent's going to be at least that strong, and the invaders don't have to stress about going against a level 713 that's with a level 1 for some reason. Because their friends decided to make a maxed out character and decided to play the game for their friend, and I'm like, that's not fair. You should at least be just 200 levels or lower than your friend, that way you're playing more evenly. And the game doesn't turn into an easy cakewalk. Not interested in Huggies. Oh dear God. I was so close to getting goddamn death blighted. Thank God that's a one-time creature. But you know what I mean? There should be a level cap between the phantoms you can bring to your world. It's like you're a level 1, you can summon up to a level 201 to help you. And then someone invades you, they know that they can only have to face an opponent that strong. It would balance out the whole invasion system completely. Invasions won't be so one-sided where you got a bunch of one low level with a bunch of goddamn babysitters anymore. It'd be like closer to equal, but yet still easier. Your friend at level 200 can easily go through a game and help you, and then have a decent fight if you get invaded. I think that's up to you. I missed some things in my last playthrough, so I'm going through and I'm getting them now. think my first playthrough I try to get as much as I can, and then my second playthrough I'll go 100%. Bye, big worm. Yeah, if I want to get serious, I can make some freaking gnarly builds for PvE. Since you got 84% of it, going through New Game Plus is okay if you want to just get a few things and get ready for the DLC, like I am. But I'm gonna wait to, beat the game a second time until I do the DLC anyways. But I still need to grab all the stuff I missed. Like my blue talisman, somehow I missed both of them. And I was right next to them at one point and I didn't grab them for some reason because my dumb ass being dumb. I'm thinking to myself, well, I'm stupid. Why didn't I grab those when I had the chance? I need them. Especially for my serious build I'm running around with right now. Since I need the FP, since level 201 is the max I'm gonna be. I don't plan on going higher level than that. Because I could just respec my stats into dex or into strength, depending on how I feel. Along with my faith to let me use my armaments. You do know the weapon these guys right here carry is really good. But they rarely drop them, and people barely use them, though they are a great bleed weapon. And I mean a really good bleed weapon. It may look like a very painful toilet scrubber or shit stick, but it's a really good weapon. The shortest of the range with the highest damage output. Which is kind of ironic. And it has bleed buildup. Really good bleed buildup, actually. I kind of want to get one so I can show you guys, but I just haven't had one be able to drop in like 6 hours. Grinding those goddamn things off screen, off time. And I'm like, it doesn't just drop me one. It's a powerhouse bleed halberd, I believe. It's okay, Jackler. I didn't play a lot of games until my friends in school when I was younger would say, "Hey, you gotta try this out." I'm like, okay. And I like the game sometimes, and sometimes they're not for me. But well, not every game is for everyone. That's the whole point. Some games are niche, but well, you can find good ones. I mean, I like Harvest Moon, and a lot of people are probably looking at me like, Harvest Moon? You mean a farming simulator game where you're just a guy trying to raise a family and own a farm? It's like, yes, I like those games too, though I may not look it. I like to live out the normal human man's fantasy by having a family and working a stable job. Sad thing that's a fantasy to me because I know I can never do it in real life. So the best thing I could do is a video game. And I would be a farmer with an orchard of all things. Orchards are somewhat easier to maintain in the video game, though. In real life, my grandparents had an orchard of had a few cherry trees, lemon tree, avocado tree, and those things were a bitch to take care of. Not only you have to worry about the pesticides, you have to worry about the bugs, you have to worry about other animals pecking at them and stuff. It's like, god damn. How did I miss this? We had a lot of crows that would come and eat the crap out of the cherry tree, and that was not good. The lemon tree grew really well because everyone just pissed on it. You know, pea's good for lemon and lime trees, right? It makes them more potent. So next time you're eating a lemon or a lime, you should know that someone pissed on the tree that grew it to make it more potent. It doesn't harm you any. They just pissed on the tree part, not the plant, not the thing you're eating. Something about what's in the urine the plant likes to use. It's kind of interesting to think about it, though. Also, lemons aren't natural. Humans made lemons. So when life gave you lemonade, it's actually humans gave you lemonade. And they also pissed on the tree that they grew it on. When life gives you lemons, ask the man what's the catch. Because I know these aren't natural to nature. Makes you wonder if tomatoes are natural, because they don't seem like it, but apparently those are naturally created. Which is weird. Because a tomato's like a hybrid between a fruit and a... No, I mean, it's true, though. Those are actual facts that lemons were created by man. By crossbreeding. So beneficial. Me just trying to get away from him does damage and causes him to flinch. That is just too good. See? Flinch. 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 Just adding a little extra to my combat here. Plus it looks good with the scale armor. Briar armor plus scale armor does look good together. And it keeps it at a lighter load. Weirdly enough. Not by much. I think it's like 0.1 lighter. It's like, oh. Huh. That's not very much lighter, is it? Tomatoes are a fruit and a vegetable. They're a hybrid. The only hybrid both that we have in the world. And I'd like to know how the hell we managed to get how the hell nature made those things, but yet we fuck up and make lemons. Lemons are technically a mess up we did when we were doing our whole cross-breeding plant thing. Like, when life gives you lemons because you fucked up when you were trying to create something else. I found it more interesting though when it's like, oh, lemons are not natural to nature. It's like, what? Well, I thought lemons were just a natural thing the world created to make a sour fruit. But nope, humans did that. We were trying to make a citrus fruit, but we messed up and made lemons. And I guess limes are a counterproduction of it, because ain't limes just an unripened version of a lemon or something like that? If I remember right. Oh, gotta love the blood on the blade. Look at that. Look at the blood on that blade. You get in higher detail if you use one of the armaments. Look at that. Look how cool that is. All the blood splatter. I think the butcher knife's the only weapon I know that has a blood splatter effect on the weapon when you use it. It also looks cool. It looks cooler if you do it with like black flame blood. Got this nice tint. Yeah, these fights are trivial now because I've gotten too strong. Because every New Game Plus, I think the devs expected you to be 100 levels higher for every New Game Plus you complete. That's why New Game Plus goes up to 7, and you could go up to level 700. I think that's what they were planning on, but players are kind of, yeah, we don't do that sort of thing. There's people that have beaten the game to New Game Plus 7 as a level 1 because they hate themselves so much. It's like, if I don't get hit, there's no problem, right? I don't need to worry about armor or fancy shit. It's like, yeah, true, but also, do you hate yourself? Are you a masochist? A sadist? What are we going on here? Why are you doing this? I love shields throughout history. I loved katanas. I loved medieval stuff and mythology and stuff like that. So I was always into that sort of thing. But then I see movies that misuse katanas or misuse weapons, and I'm like, why aren't you using them properly? Why? I hated that. That's why when I get into a video game, I'm always trying to see if I could play the game like you would if it wasn't really used. Like how a shield is supposed to use, a katana is supposed to feel, you know. I don't like the whole falsely using of something just because you think that's how it works. It's like, No, shields were freaking armaments themselves. They were just highly defensive weapons. But you could still sharpen the edge of a shield and decapitate a guy with it. They had those. Bladed shields. They also had spikes on shields. They had a lot of different weapons. Hell, there was a shield that had a projectile attached to it at one point. I think that didn't quite make it through to be fully made because it made the weapon too heavy. It's sort of like a crossbow shield that you had on your arm, but it was so damn weighted. I'm just a stickler for accuracy is all. But the weapons in Elden Ring do feel good, even though their shields are a little iffy. But at least they do give you the option to actually use a shield properly in the game if you use it on your dominant hand, like you're supposed to. And it becomes more of a weapon. You can still defend with it if you use the right Ashes of War, like bash and crash. You will put up your arm and then block with it while leading through to hit your opponent back away from you, or strike him with your shield, which causes damage. You know how much it would hurt to get... There was a buckler invented during the time of piracy that had spikes embedded into it. And when you backhanded someone with that damn thing, for love of God, it did damage. It would embed into the skull, into the jawline, and then when you pull back, it ripped the flesh off with it. That was how a buckler was used. It was not only used to defend yourself from a blade, but it was used to, you know, go in for, you know, getting them off of you and striking them in the face or the gut or somewhere nearby, because it's near your wrist and forearm. That's how big those things were. Almost like its own personal gauntlet. But there was a lot of weird weapons back in the day. Like nowadays, people are putting katana blades in Western inside of Western hilts, and finding the hybrid to be incredibly effective. Because the Western hilt of our blades were super good at being defensive for you, but the katana blade itself was super sharp and great for slicing through your enemy. So when you hybrided them, yeah. Maybe in the next game they'll let us upgrade our armor to make it feel like we got, but then we would have to get a lot of grinding sweatstones and items. From Software doing is adding a weapon into the game and you can't use it. It's like, if we see it, usually we were supposed to be able to get it if we can see it. But there's 3 weapons in the game that you can never get. And one of them's one of the weapons from the Vulgar Militia, which is that chain sickle. I wanted that weapon so bad. I grinded for hours and eventually figured out you can never get it. And I'm like, that's what I wanted for my ninja build. And technically that weapon would just be considered a whip weapon if you think about it, just with a different way of using it. It would have been under the whip category, with a special melee where you strike with the sickle, but you would swing around the chain like you would normally, a whip. I'm looking for the rake thing. I don't know why, but these women are super stingy with the weapon drops. The dagger you get down here gives you 10 ruin. All the weapons you get from here gives you ruins upon hitting your opponent. Many people are like 10 ruins ain't much. It's a free smithing stone, if you think about it. If you don't mind wanting a free smithing stone here and there. My weapon has all but magic affinity. I can have black flame on it, I can have poison on it, I can have ice on it. I can have lightning on it, holy on it. Anything in my spell slot. Let's see, I got electrify, poison, bleed, black flame, and order's blade, which is for holy. One shots any skeleton and they don't revive. And then I got my electric. And then you got my ice. The only element I can't use is magic, and it's like, okay, that's fair trade-off. I mean, I'm using everything but one. Which means all I have to do is plan it out, and I could pretty much find one of the weaknesses of the enemy and just exploit it. I also got my secondary here, which I could put magic on if I wanted to. This is my long-range weapon, so... The best point of this weapon, though, the spear here, it's got range. But did you know if anything you put on it, armament-wise, and then hurl it, will also have that element on it? It just takes a lot of effort. It's like a ridiculous amount of effort to proc it, though. Because the armament version is way weaker. So, yeah. When I throw this spear, it's a poison spear, but it's weaker than just, you know, outright hitting him with the damn thing. I wonder if that was a way to protect it from becoming OP, just to infuse an armament and then just start long-ranging the goddamn infusion. Because I like the spear. The spear is nice. And if I wanted to, I could take this spear and infuse it with, like, occult or something. You know, infuse it with ice spear, I believe, and give it magic buildup, and it'll do magic damage. And still have the spear. But that, the ice spear is a lot weaker. And has shorter range than the spear I'm using now. Whee! Not to mention, it's got massive knock like that. It will knock enemies so easy. It knocks the enemies a little too easy, if you could put it bluntly. And I'm using the Godslayer seal because it's S ranking, and I'm using God, Black Flame and stuff like that, which increases the strength of it. Do I have any feet? Oh, I got a lot of these. That is the Phantom Spear I'm using. I am using the Phantom Spear. That is literally what I'm using. Or Spectral Spear, or whatever they call it. That's what I'm hurling when I throw through this. That is the spear. Look at that thing go! Holy crap! I'm pretty much treating my build like I would a Monster Hunter build. Where I give myself status effects to take out certain enemies as needed. I played a lot of Monster Hunter. Oh, I got the sickle. That's one of the rare weapon drops. The sickle's actually pretty good. Surprisingly, everyone hates the rake, but the rake has a little something special about it other than the ruins that people forget. The problem is, I need the game to give it to me. Yeah, Spectral Lance is such a good goddamn thing. But did you know Spectral Lance gives you ruins if you're using the rake with it? I believe one of the lances that you can give it. I forget which lance though. Is it the ice one or is it the spectral one? So as long as you're hitting an opponent with anything, with that rake, even if it's a projectile projected by it, it'll give you ruins. Then you put on the golden scarab, and you're making about, I don't know, 100 ruins per fight just by striking your enemy. Which builds up rapidly. I used the rake my first time to level up quickly. God damn, wow, look at that ice build up. Holy crap, that was quick. Hey ladies. Feeling chilly tonight? Here, let me warm you up. Black Flame does damage over time, but it doesn't stick around long enough. Luckily, the Lord's Talisman keeps it around just long enough for me to do anything with it of value anymore. Though if you wanted to build up a stockpile of those ruins like you would a bank account, this place drops level 1, 2, and 3 ruins. I think I've seen a 4 ruin dropped by the enemies before, but that's rare. And then you can crack them open whenever you want. And then, you know. These ruins right here, you get these from this place. They drop these ruins and you can just build up a stockpile of them here. And what people don't realize is Golden Rune 1 gives you 200 runes when cracked open. But every time the number goes up to 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, until you get into the more rare hero ones, that's a multiplier number. 7 times 200, 4 times 200. 200 is the set base, and the number is the multiplier to how many runes it will give you. So if you're good with math, all you have to know is 200 times whatever the number is will give you that many ruins. Now when it comes to hero ruins, that's completely different math, and it changes it. So you have to do that accordingly. By cracking a level 1 hero rune and then understanding that the number from there is just a multiplier. Well, I'm getting clothing, which is okay, I guess. That sells really well for like 200, 300 runes each, but I want the rake. I want to show you guys the secret to the rake. It's a stupid secret, but it's still cool. Yeah, the thing is, though, is the Ash of Wars that pass on the attribute buildup from the armaments are only the basic ones that do not have an element attached to them. Otherwise, it will not transfer said effect to the armament. This works for Spectral Spear for one reason only. It is has no element to it. Where my ice weapon here, when I use my ice, the Chilling Mist, any armament that was on it will not be used. Because Chilling Mist overrides because it's an ice base. So if I wanted to use Electrify and then use it with an armament and send it, I have to use the unelemental kind. Weirdly enough. I don't get the rules, but I just play them. Goddamn, ladies, calm down. Your timing was a little too good for my own good. Hence why you cannot enchant an armament with a status element to it, like ice or fire or something like that. You only could do it to the basic stuff, is because of that reason. I can chant this, right, and then throw a spear, and it will give it a slight electrical damage to it, because it has no element. If I were to give that spectral spear ice or fire, I couldn't enchant it and transfer over that elemental status proc. That's the only reason that works. Is these non-elemental types can pass on that element because it has no element to begin with. But these more specialized ones with the element attached in it cannot transfer the element because it already has said element attached to it. So you would have to rely on the non-elemental ones. Which is weird. That's why Bash and Crash can be imbued with an element or augmented. Storm Wall needs a buff. Oh, gotta love all my arrow buildup, huh? I don't use bows so much. I have a stockpile for an army. To the point the game's like, oh, you have a full stack in the storage unit. It's like, okay. So one day when I do play with a bow, I'm gonna be goddamn overpowered. Yeah, nice little stockpile going for me. I kind of like the coil shield. It's a nice little trick shield. What arm I in? Oh yeah, this. I can change this. I had that for a different build. I can change that now. What was I gonna do with it? What was I gonna take? Oh yeah, I need to make, this is what I need. Make stronger incantations. Because imbuing an element, that's an incantation, this is. So it just strengthened it. How much harder do I hit? Oh, insta-killed. Yeah, it hits harder. Because the enchantment's stronger. Only works on my enchanted weapons, though. Won't work on this. So if I were to imbue my weapon, like right now, my incantation strength and speed and duration are all increased. Also makes it more potent. So I would have an easier time proccing bleed or poison as needed. I increased the strength of my enchanted weapons. That's all I did. They're just stronger. It just makes them hit harder, last longer, and become more lethal. Down, doggy. Bad dog. Notice how long my weapons stay enchanted for is insane. Lord's Talisman is underused. That thing increases your goddamn timer like 5 seconds. You have it 5 seconds longer? You know how many players are probably thrown off memorizing times of certain spells and upgrades to a player? It's like, oh, he enchanted himself with Black Flame. That lasts about 13 seconds. It lasts for 17 seconds instead. He's like, wait a minute. Why does it last so long? That'll be the Lord's Talisman increasing it by 5 seconds. Give or take. It depends on the weapon. Sometimes it will last longer, but it always increases it by somewhat. Which I find cool. This lasts longer. This lasts longer. This lasts longer. And this lasts longer. All because of Lord's Talisman. And hits harder because the Incantation Talisman. And is faster because of the one, what do you call it? Godric Talisman that increases the speed of it. Don't mind me just massacring. Holy crap. How'd it give me no drops? I used the pickle foot and everything. Ladies, stop being stingy. Finally ran out. Holy crap, that lasted a long time. That was only enchanted once the whole fight. If you needed to proc something, that's how you do it. Since armaments are so weak as it begins with, the Incantation Talisman makes the build up faster. So if I wanted to increase my bleed, that's how you do it. Because I enchanted it to have bleed. Yeah, I don't mind having tight women. Sometimes that's nice and very sexy, but not when it comes to an item drop I need. Come on, ladies. They won't even give me the blade sword they carry. God damn. The rake, the sword. I got the dagger, which is supposed to be the rarest thing they drop. Yet the rake and the sword, they're not dropping it at all. Oh my god, Lord. Well, I believe one... Oh, that's a level 3 rune I got right there. So, 600 runes extra in my pocket now. Yeah, a lot of people don't realize that's all it is 200 runes times whatever number it is. And people are like, I don't know how many runes are in here. Multiply. If a 1 is 200 and a 2 is 400, just keep doing the math. Weirdly enough, this true combos, by the way. This weapon will true combo with a downward strike and into that. So it does have a true combo. What's weird is it's giving me the fire damage before it gives me the bleed. Why is it proccing flame before bleed on the blood flame blade? I'm increasing the damage of the bleed, not... Well, I guess the flame comes with it, huh? I hate that. I want the blood flame blade to proc bleed, not flame. Take the flame off the blood flame part and just call it the blood armament, and then increase the blood on it. That's what I want. Well, good news, I'll be able to freaking fully level up the rake as soon as I get it. Do you think I'm joking? I'm not. I can get it to plus 24, put the things I need on it, and show you a neat little trick with it. Unless they patched it since then, because that was a 1.5 when I found that out, so I'm not quite sure if it's still the same. No, still didn't earn it. Damn. How is it the first time I played this game I got like 6 of them easily? And now I can't get a single one? Yeah, the initial swing is also an attack, so... Seriously? I'm gonna collect enough human bone shards to make a family of 5. Oh, for God's sakes. Am I the only one? But I watch Rusty, who does those weird videos. I get it, he's trying to do it for a job and a spoof. But he just did one about Graces, and he forgot the Halictree Graces. Yep. Anyone gonna tell him? This lasts a long time. Just go out. Damn, that lasted a long time. What the hell? Black Flame is fast though. Sandwich. I got a lot of work out of that one Black Flame though. It doesn't last long, but you could apply it very quickly. I think that's the trade-off: is fast cast speed versus longevity. But I increased the longevity of it anyways, and the strength of it ×2 because the incantation talisman and my God Slayer seal. Damn, the dog stopped me from my last strike. I don't get the big deal as dogs. People freak out about them for no reason. I don't mind them. They're pretty easy to counter. Block counter attack, downward slam attack, you know, you got your heavy. That's usually the easiest way to take out a dog enemy. Is with a heavy attack. It usually one-shots the bastards. I guess if you're taking a lot of damage from them, you find them annoying, but after you get to a certain strength or level, they're just a little pesky little puppy that tries to bite at your ankle like a chihuahua. It's like, ah, they think they're a threat. How cute. Punt. It's good. Goal. I'm hitting over 1,000 just for a basic swing, so that's gotta be good. And it is an armament, and the Black Flame does complement my Ice Chill as a way to proc and unproc it as quick as possible. I love doing damage when I roll. That has stopped 3 attacks from hitting me because I rolled all the way and it flinched them. Oh yeah, they didn't balance the briar needles on this armor, so you can make bosses flinch with it. Just for a measly damage. See? Make dogs flinch. Roll into them. What is wrong, puppy? You ain't gonna attack me now. They see me rolling, they hating. I roll into the puppy and it does damage. A lot of damage, actually. And it killed it. Huh. I like the briar armor. Especially it's just the gauntlets and feet does 6 damage and then it multiplies quickly because you can roll for a while. You can buff it. It takes, I believe, one talisman can buff it, and one consumable can buff it to do a whopping 25 damage per piece. So you can probably get yourself into 75 damage a roll, maybe, if you're lucky. But it is just it's just a background damage you don't really pay much attention to. It's just there to exist. Just having one piece of armor from the Briar set can mean everything about getting hit or not getting hit in battle when you dodge. It is just too damn good not to have one of the pieces on. For 500. I added extra damage for just nothing because I was gonna dodge the attack anyways. Oh, is it because my arcane's only 20? This is why I haven't gotten, because my last time I did get like 6 of them, my arcane was at least 30. Counter dues, puppy. Well. Only problem is you can't take more than 2 hits to my block before I can stop countering. Because the stamina is not high enough, even at 50. I could put on the Great Shield Talisman, which just increases your block outright. So you use less stamina and do more damage with shields. Don't know why that's a thing on it, but it is. Not just great shields, any shield. It just does increase damage to all shields. I hate when that adds that. I put all those away just for it to put it back into my inventory. If you're wondering why I have so many of these little silver pig feet, I stockpiled about 900 of them, so... God damn, that was nice. I killed her by rolling that extra sliver of damage. Oh, come on! This is insane! I don't want to spend all 2 hours looking for a rake! But I gotta prove to you guys what it can do! I might have to come back to this later if I don't get it now. Nope. I'm surprised how well this armor set has defensively. This armor set has insanely high defense. I think about 20 on everything. Minimum. Up to 33 damage defense. Give or take. I think the physical hits over 30 and the elemental is about 20 or higher. Though it is a hodgepodge of 3 different types of armor. The scale body, the wrapped head, the briar greaves, and gauntlet. Ow, you bastards. How's that? Huh? This will defend me to a point. I can still get knocked out of it, but it won't take as much damage, see? It's the best I could do. Just keep pushing through. If you can't tell, I use great swords in Monster Hunter. You can now. This would make my weapon so dull so fast. Ow. Well, this is cinematic as I run for my life. What is this, D-Day? What the hell? Storming the goddamn beaches up here. Did I make it? Oh, good, I did. Holy crap. Hey, boys. Whew. Oh man, I forgot to fight Margaret for a second time. He's around. I just have to find him again. I know where he is, but damn. Damn. Hi, big guy. For you, I'm gonna do something special. There you go. Black Flame, all for you. Hiya! What are you trying to block? It's a great sword. Or it's a great axe. My bad. How this is an axe. I think they didn't have enough axes, so they just threw this in there. Like, yeah, let's just call that an axe. You do know it never works out for guys on horses against me. See? Stopped your attack just by rolling into you. God, I love that. It's a big old middle finger. It's like, ah, you think you could do something just because I'm rolling. Nah, you're still gonna take damage. I'm gonna do damage to you no matter what. Caught that guy in midair. Holy crap. Damn. When I'm serious and I build a thing that's, you know, the best I can build it, it's just oof. Ow! I'm going down, I'm going down. If I wanted to, I can make my great. You can make your sword ignore shields. There's a few things you can either use a certain natural war, I believe, that makes it to go right through shields regardless, anyways. And then there's an armament that can make it just go through shields and do damage regardless if they blocked or not. Making shields kind of hard to use for most people if they think it's just for blocking, I guess. Because it's not. We go right through it. You gotta take the hint that it's not meant to be used completely like that. It's a defensive weapon. Keyword, weapon. Get that to stop flinging. They'll stop flinging if you take out the guards. Oh, you can see it from here. You're seeing all the way over here at this trees here. From here. Visually, that's always nice. All this way for some mushrooms. I'm gonna have to grind for that rake thing. Oh god, how many hours is that gonna take me off screen? That'd be funny if I stop streaming and going to get that rake and I get it immediately. I'd be so goddamn pissed. Man, a grace right here would be perfect. I don't know why, but it looks like a perfect spot for a grace. Yep, that'd be fall to my death. What is the point of this? That would be ironically funny. And sad at the same time. No, seriously, what is the point of up here? Oh, I know what you are. You're a tricky little bastard. Okay, I poisoned him. Don't you knock me off, you son of a bitch. Nah, that's cool. I poisoned him in like the first 2 strikes, by the way. That is so... Poison is so potent since 1.1 updated it to be over 100. You know, you could have just ignored me and stayed chilling there, motherfucker. My dear God, this lasts forever. And I love it. Don't have to really use my FP that much if the FP really just stays attached. He attacked me, it was self-defense. Is there anything around this thing? I always like pass by it and think nothing of it. Oh, some lightning bolts. Aw, man, perfect spot to hide something under here. Wait, was that how I was supposed to get up and down? No. Okay. Oh yeah, don't forget to like, subscribe, blah blah, YouTube's usual bullshit. Because if we don't provide for YouTube, YouTube takes us into the basement and punishes us. I don't want to go back down there. It's dark. Oh no, I'm poisoned. What shall I ever do? Oh yeah. Dragon? What dragon? I don't see no dragon. Other than me dragging these nuts over your face. I had to do it. you lined it up for it and everything. I had to. Oh, okay. Am I really near a dragon? Because I don't remember. Could have been not a non-memorable fight. Okay, let's go get the dragon then while I have time. I think I killed this dragon like fast. That's probably why I don't remember it. Where's the dragon? Insta-kill! And no coming back. No! Ah, I pressed the wrong button. Yeah, I kind of like my build because I can insta-kill the skeletons. They don't come back, like, at all. I meant to roll out of the way, but I pressed to use the incantation instead. I should have switched off it. I do like that weapon he's carrying, though. That weird halberd or spear. There you go. I'm decked out. At this point, I don't think I could die if I tried, unless I was stupid enough to actually try to die. Gotta love when they just die and don't come back. Kinda should fight these guys to get that weapon. I don't have that one either. I didn't do much grinding if you other than for levels. Whoosh! Oh, this up here is a dragon? Where? Here, dragon, dragon, dragon. Here, dragon, dragon. Hi. Okay, I'm just gonna deck you in the face with this. Get knocked. I don't like that. That is stupid. Why won't you go down? Shit. Ow. I have a spear and I'm not afraid to use it. Ah, bite this. One more. He was okay. Way to go, my jar buddy. You didn't do much of crap, but still, thanks. I could have enchanted that weapon, my weapon. God damn it. I'm just gonna ignore you two. I don't want to deal with you. Where's my grace? It's nearby. Believe it or not, if you use vacuum slice though, it is devastating to a dragon. Because it hits multiple hitboxes. Yeah. There it is. Part 1 to define. Okay, before I do that, but do anything else, I'm gonna head back to here and spend my ruins. I have about 400,000 ruins now. I don't want to level up any further. I'm already at level 201. It's good enough then. I could beat the game with that since you only have to be at level, every 100 levels is a new game plus anyways. Or how the devs thought we do it, but still. But having a maxed out version of having maxed out smithing stones and stuff are great. That way when the new game, new DLC comes out, I can just smith everything I want. No, seriously, how many of these whetstones do I have now? I'll never need another smithing stone 1 ever again. Holy crap, whoops. Well, that's always good for the future. When the DLC comes out, I'm gonna be stockpiled to my brains out. Up here, that's right. I had to go over here and to here still. There's a cave over here. Let's go down to here first. Get that nightmare location over with. Also, there's a boss fight in front if I remember right, so it won't last very long as you think it would. When I actually build a serious build, it's kind of terrifying. Or should I just try and invade for a little bit? I'm not sure. My invasions never work out because I keep switching to like doing little dinky builds that are gimmick builds technically when I invade. Never works out because everyone takes it too damn seriously. Plus I kind of want to wait to invade when they change the invasion thing with the DLC. Yeah, people don't realize when the DLC happens, invasions are going to be different. Invaders are going to invade as a group, a duo, and not alone anymore. I guess it was their way of hoping that it would balance out the game. Because invasions are so one-sided in favor of the host than it is for the invader. They're trying to balance it out. Though for me, I think balancing out invasions is just making a level cap. You can't summon 200 levels above what your level is. You can summon up to 200 levels above your level, but never any higher. All that with 1 bar of FP. Wow, that was fast. Get flinched when I roll into you. The pot jar guy barely did much. I did all that work. I did about 90% of the work. I'm contributing the majority of it, at least. I don't want to rely on the summon completely. That's so cool. I wish it was not blood flame and just blood and it just drips blood off your blade would be awesome. Doing. Oh yeah, I forgot. Damn it. Gotta press triangle when you do that, or else you get stuck in that word. You can't dodge or anything. That's some dirty shit right there. Since I'm down here, might as well go holy. There we go. In case I run into anything unsavory. Again, what was the point of this? To just drop down, I guess? Wonder if I could just ignore, if I use holy, can I just ignore it and just attack him anyways? Kinda curious. Can I still not hit him even though I'm using a light magic? Yeah. No matter what, you have to put him in the light. This reminds me of the light temple bullshit. Bonk! Damn. Chilling Mist makes a good defense. All that for a flower? Okay. Oh, that room. I know what that room is. Not quite yet ready for that room. My 2 hours is almost up, so... yeah. Guess I'll just call it here, head back to the Grace, plop my ass down, maybe, and then go grind for the rake and that one spear. Man, I wish my Holy Blade can whack the crap out of these shadowed enemies. That would be great, because technically it's the same goddamn thing. And it would give more use for out of the Holy Affinity. Because I don't, if I crash, I lose all my progress when I stream, so... this is going to be it for me now. Yeah, good talking to anyone who wanted to talk with me. Not many people are chatty, but some people are probably wondering what I do when I play. And this is when I take the game seriously, and I build this monstrosity that's not even close to being weak. It is devastatingly powerful. It takes very little resources, actually. It's kind of scary. But yeah, that's it for me. Bye.